Hello and welcome to today's video where we will be discussing what is ETCD in Kubernetes. This is a very fundamental information which is very important for anyone who wants to master and understand Kubernetes properly. Before I go and teach ETCD, I would like to let you know that if you are interested in my Udemy course, that is 50 DevOps interview questions and answer, then a link is in the description which offers you a special discount. Also, feel free to message me or email me if you want to have a discussion regarding DevOps career. Also, with if you want to take the Python for DevOps course. Okay, now let us try to understand what is etcd in Kubernetes. Before we go and see the needs of it, let us try to see the fundamentals in Kubernetes. We have a control plane, and the control plane is responsible for doing some actions. In this example, I am using ships. So let us try to understand this. Here we have a ship that has a big crane which is responsible for picking some containers, right? And what it is going to do, it is going to place these containers on the ships here. These ships are basically some cargo ships that will take these containers to respective place. Okay, now if this particular crane, or let us say a command control or a control plane, wants to keep putting these containers to these ships, it has to have some logic, right? Also, it needs to keep this metadata. Now, why does it needs to keep the metadata? Very simple. Tomorrow, if I want to know where a container, let us say a container A was placed, I need to go and check the metadata, right? So container A was placed in this ship, container B was placed in the second ship, and container C was placed in the third ship. This information has to be kept somewhere or persisted in some place so that in the future we can retrieve this information. This is basically metadata, and this information has to be stored somewhere. Okay, now let us convert this logic into Kubernetes. In the Kubernetes, we have a control plane, which does exactly what I explained you. That is, it places some containers to some worker nodes. Here we have ships as our worker node. We have worker node A, worker node B, and worker node C. So if the control plane is doing some action that is placing these containers into worker node A, B, or C, it also needs to keep a track of the actions it is performing. That is the metadata. Now this itself is called as the ETCD database. What is special about the ETCD database? First of all, we came to know it stores metadata. But why is this ETCD database required? We come to know, but why can't we use MySQL? We already have MySQL database, right? We can use MySQL database also for this purpose. Why are we using ETCD database? The first point is ETCD database is a NoSQL database. That is, it only stores key and value pair. Okay. This helps us to retrieve the information much faster. NoSQL databases are very famous for fast retrievals and fast writes, whereas MySQL databases or structured databases are very slow in terms of writing. For this purpose, an ETCD database, a specialized database, was built for Kubernetes, which performs very well when deployed with Kubernetes. ETCD is also a part of control plane. In Kubernetes control plane, we have different components. Now, in the future videos, I will be explaining these different components. So if you have not subscribed, then please do subscribe to this channel so that you get the information about Kubernetes in future. One of the components that is important in control plane is the ETCD database. Very well. I think we understood what ETCD database is. Let me quickly summarize this information I have provided. ETCD database is a database which is responsible for storing the metadata, performed metadata actions that is performed by the control plane. ETCD database is a key value pair database, allowing it for fast read and write for the control plane so it can perform this action. That is it. I hope you have understood the importance of ETCD database. If you like me to create more content related to Kubernetes or any other topic, please leave them in a comment section and I will create those videos. That is it for this video. Thank you and speak to you in the next video.